interdependence, or we can say that the interrelationship between the organism results in another thing, that is food chain. Now what is exactly food chain here is, it is a sequence of living components, or we can say that it is a sequence of living organism in which one organism depends, or we can say that it feeds on another. Now here understand carefully how the food chain works. Food chain is basically when one organism depends on another and when that sequence is followed, that is our food chain. Like the first thing in the food chain is the producers. Producers is basically our plants that produce the food, right? After that, it is our consumers. So consumers are also of two types, like primary consumers and secondary consumers. Primary consumers are the one that depends on the producers like insects, right? Then after that, the sequence or the third step is the secondary consumers. Secondary consumers are like human beings, or we can say that the other animals like lion, tigers, everything that fall in the category of secondary consumer that depend on the primary consumer for the food sources. And later on, like this, the food chain goes on. These are the basic steps. Now here is a basic example of a food chain. Just see here. First is, in our example, in our food chain, the first and foremost thing is grass. Now grass is what? It is a type of producer, that is, it make its own food. Now on grass, who is feeding? What is the other level of food chain here is grasshopper, as it feeds on grass, and grasshopper is eaten by frog. Frog is further eaten by snake, and snake is further eaten by eagle. So this is food chain where one organism depends on other for the food, or we can say that where one organism feed on other for the food source, right? So that is how food chain goes on.